So I have loved this mic that I came across 2 years back. It's called the TLM 102 from Neumann, and I have recorded just about anything. I've recorded a trumpet. I've recorded as something as mellow as a flute. I've recorded tabla. I've recorded virtually everything on that, and I'm in love with that microphone. I bought 2 sets for the studio, then I bought one for my home studio too. So that is one thing I cannot do without now. So number 10 is the TLM 102.
So yeah, so like how he likes TLM 102, I like the AKG 414. It is just amazing. I'm just too obsessed with that microphone. The way it captures certain range of vocals, especially my vocal range, to be very precise. It's just amazing. And matlab, we cannot take away the credit from SM58. I think it is the most reliable. Like all our scratches, we never go into another microphone. It's all SM58 because it gives you the quality and leaves the room for it getting better. So there is something about the SM58. So yeah, that is there.
I am a huge RME fan. When it comes to A to D, D to A, basically the sound card, I have been a huge fan of RME. I mean, I've used a whole lot of sound cards. At the studio, we are using Prism, Atlas, but somehow for me, this whole sort of whole layered, this whole layered programming especially the kind of music we write, we do a lot of layers, and that's sort of a punchy, sort of a crispy sound. I have always, gone back to my RME. At home, I'm using a Babyface, which is like so cute. I'm in love with the size of it because, you can virtually just put it in your pocket and travel around with it, and so RME, I mean, it's a sure shot for me. I would any day pick RME and start making music.
So we have lots of synths. Like for example, we have the Moog Sub 37 and the MiniMoog Voyager. I think they are amazing because most of our bass lines come out of there. They are just too good, and they are just so amazing that and the good part about it is that every time you open the same sound, you can just manually make it into another sound. It's just, I think it's got the most brilliant processing power, and the analog knobs, they just open up a world. And you cannot save the sound. It's never going to sound the same. You open it again. So we are big fans of Moogs. I think we cannot do without it. All our songs, you will hear the Moogs playing somewhere or the other. Sometimes a small, maybe like a transition will be a Moog transition. Sometimes the effects will come out of there. Sometimes maybe we've kind of made a percussive loop out of it. So it's great. We love that. And along with that, the Dave Smith Tempest. It is a monster. It is super. It is kick-ass. So yeah, that is there. We have these Moogs and the Daves, and
we are big Jenny guys, the Genelecs. These are the 82550s.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have 4 of these at the studio, and we are big on Jennies actually in that way. But very recently, I bought the Adam the T8, sorry. It's an 8-inch Adam speaker, and I have to tell you that after almost 10 years of Jennies, finally then I've landed upon these 8-inch Adam speakers, which are warmer. They are definitely warmer, and there are definitely room for more spectrum. So suddenly now with this shift, I'm extremely happy because I'm just able to hear a lot more. So I'm hoping it's the T8s. It's what they call the T8 or the B8, one of the two. But they are lovely, and they are also affordable for any youngsters watching out there, or for anybody who's into sort of subby, low-end production. Sometimes what happens is at home you end up buying a 5-inch speaker, and I would so strongly suggest not to do that and go for an 8-inch speaker, because suddenly then you are hearing a lot more. Yes, it will also call for other things like acoustics and all that, but it's a great investment, and it suddenly help you program in a slightly more honest sort of reference.
And yeah, of course, there is this and this little guy that lives with
Oh, yeah.
Mopho. I think this is very, very powerful. This extremely powerful. If you want to hear a song that we completely made out of this, is a song called "Ye Ishq Nahi Hai Aasa" in what film? Meri Pyari Bindu.
Huh.
If you hear that song, you will hear it's 50-60% this guy completely. Like you have to. It's pretty much like a mono thing. You have to go one tone at a time and keep tweaking it. It took us days, but I think it's completely worth it because it just gives you a lot of joy. It's too good, this one. And I think another song, we're waiting for another song where we can use this because it's very special. So we'll open it only when something else nice comes our way.
So I don't know if we've finished 10, but I definitely want to name one more, which is like an absolute essential for every musician, which is the Audio Technica M50X. The Audio Technica have always been my go-to headphone for working longer hours. Sometimes, when you are programming and you want to use a headphone, sometimes the headphone can, start to get stuffy, also start to make you, sort of sweat a lot, or etc. But the M50X has been amongst the many headphones I've used. Has always been a very honest reference. At the same time, it has enough spectrum, even though it's a headphone, it has enough spectrum for you to be able to program them. So that's one I definitely want youngsters to check out.